It was a fake spider, people. It was a fake spider. All this time, it was just a fake spider. Come on, dude. Not only Brock Lesnar cares about the rivalries, he cares about the little things. And this might be one of the best WWE segments I've ever seen. I would give it 10 out of 10, but one thing made this segment worse. And that's the crowd. Maybe, just maybe, in this kind of situation, you should not be chanting for RKO to make it look even more special when it happens. What a weird crowd, man. Stupid Lucky Garza! Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Greatness of Raw. How are you guys doing today? A pretty decent episode. A very good episode. We already know that Undertaker is going to face AJ Styles. I almost thought he's going to face Mark. I'm pretty sure Edge is returning soon. But I cannot stop thinking about fake Spider-Man. All this build for this. But let's talk about Raw, man. The show kicks off with the Ultimate Farmer, Brock Lesnar. Heyman says it's their job to advertise WrestleMania, to hype WrestleMania, but the main event is a sham. Heyman says they want to sell you on Drew McIntyre, but Drew is a hyped up fraud. He calls Drew McIntyre a stupid big classic Heyman. Drew McIntyre hits the ring. We got a stare down. What a segment. We got a Claymore. Drew McIntyre is looking amazing. Never happened before. Brock Lesnar is humiliated on Monday Night Raw. Nobody can believe what just happened. But people, that's not enough. We got another Claymore. And you think that's it, people? No. Drew McIntyre is a savage. Drew McIntyre is a badass. We got one more Claymore. We got you deserve a chance. We got goodbye chance. We got Brock Lesnar telling him to grab the belt. And Drew McIntyre grabs the belt. Now, I know it's, a bit botchy. It's kind of a shame that we heard that. But at the end of the day, I actually like the fact that I heard Brock Lesnar, I would say, caring about the rivalry. It seems like Brock Lesnar wants to make this work. He actually cares about this build. And I can already imagine how good of a match that is going to be. If Brock Lesnar cares, the match is going to be amazing. And hopefully Drew McIntyre is winning the championship. So Brock Lesnar tells Drew McIntyre to get the belt, the guy grabs the championship, and maybe that's what we are going to see at WrestleMania. One thing's for sure, I was surprised that Brock Lesnar gave a damn, with all the cows, with all the milk, he still cared about making this segment, this whole story, look even more impressive. Then we got Raw Tag Team Titles match. The Street Profits versus Seth Rollins and Murphy. Again, people, I don't want you to say Murphy. It's Murphy. Before the match, the announcer said the last opportunity. So, I don't know how does that work, but anyway, we got the match. Pretty good, pretty entertaining. You guys know my opinion on, the Street Profits. I like them a lot, but I don't like their characters sometimes. It's a bit over the top in my opinion, because it's kind of childish. The jokes are not that funny. Murph the Smurf, are you kidding me? Surprisingly, Street Profits won the match and became the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Unbelievable stuff right here, man, just before WrestleMania. Well, we're still getting Elimination Chamber, which looks like one of the worst pay-per-views looks like one of the worst pay-per-views we are going to get in 2020, but WrestleMania is just around the corner and these two won Raw Tag Team titles. A pretty good moment, not gonna lie, I kinda popped. So, at the end of the day, this is one of the best tag teams in the WWE. So obviously it's a good idea to give them the titles. Murphy and Seth Rollins don't really need the championships, let's be honest. I'm just wondering who Seth Rollins and Murphy are going to face at WrestleMania. Are they going to get separate matches, a tag team match, probably another 6-man tag team match, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Murphy? Yeah. Let's talk about this one, people. Riddick Moss versus Ricochet, 24/7 championship. Putting Ricochet in a 24/7 championship match is already bad. He's not that kind of a character, to be in these kind of matches. It's a jobber's title. It's already bad. What's worse is that, okay, we got the match and it's a bit too long in my opinion. Like, Ricochet is one of the main eventers, the mid-carders, upper mid-carders. And I mean, he faced for the WWE championship just a week ago and he lost. Like, Ricochet actually fair and square lost the match against Riddick. Nothing against Riddick, man. Riddick is one of my favorite WWE superstars of all time. Just the sound of Riddick. Okay, he's buried. Like, most of the time, maybe we exaggerate, people are not getting buried. When you lose against Brock Lesnar without a single hit, with no offense whatsoever, and then you lose against Riddick Moss on Raw, why would you be in a WWE Championship match to begin with? If he cannot beat Riddick Moss, why would he even face Brock Lesnar? What is happening? Send this guy back to NXT. We got AJ Styles in the ring and he talked about The Undertaker. Mark Wahlberg says, "You should run," and AJ says, "No, I should not." Well, you get the deal. AJ says he hopes that Undertaker is watching the match tonight. We got Alistair Black. I was so hyped for the match, but unfortunately we didn't get it because it says in the contract that he's supposed to face Carl Anderson first. So we got the match, Alistair Black wins. The contract also says that he now has to face Lou Gallows. He beats Lou Gallows. And now he's going to face AJ Styles, in which obviously AJ Styles won. So we didn't even get the match, as far as I'm concerned, because this was more of a segment to me, you know. It's not a 5-star match. It's impossible to be a 5-star match because this was basically, I don't know, what even was that? I would go as far as saying that this was basically false advertisement, you know. Obviously, they don't want to do this kind of match on Raw. They're probably saving it for a big pay-per-view someday. But, you know, it was really disappointing. And I don't like this idea. The contract says, just bring back general managers. Like, seriously. None of this stuff makes any sense. Who's making the decisions? Who's making that decision? We got Liv Morgan versus Ruby Riot. Sarah Logan was a special guest referee. Yeah, didn't really care about this one. Ruby Riot and Sarah Logan argue. Liv Morgan wins the match, but Sarah Logan is not anyone's friend. So this is a triple threat rivalry right now. Yay. So we got Eric Rowan talking with his cage, I guess. We got No Way Jose, one of my favorite WWE superstars of all time. So much potential in this gimmick. Didn't work 5 times in a row, but I hope this one will work someday. They just want to see what's inside the cage, man. They asked nicely, so Eric Rowan was like, okay, since you asked nicely, I'm going to show you. Finally, people, what's inside the cage? I was like, okay, this is going to be a mask. Something that gives him powers. Something weird, you know, something supernatural. What could it be? It's a spider. It's a fake spider, people. It's a fake freaking spider. People, not only was it a fake spider, it was obviously a fake spider. Am I wrong? Could I be wrong? Could I actually be wrong? This looked so bad. This looked horrible. And people, I'm terrified of spiders. Like, I'm honestly terrified. But this ain't it. All this build. We got Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. In this match, Baszler just basically played with Sane, honestly. Kairi Sane did not look strong at all, even though this match was a little bit too long when you look what's happening in the ring, you know, considering what's happening in the ring. We got Becky Lynch, and man, Becky is just... I might get a lot of hate in the comments below, but people... I think she's really obnoxious as of late, like seriously. None of this works. It's not organic anymore. All of this looks so manufactured, so fake, so obnoxious. It honestly looks like a reboot of a movie, but nobody wants to see the reboot. Obviously, Shayna Baszler wins, Becky is running her mouth, and that was basically it. People, who could possibly win the #1 contenders Elimination Chamber match? I don't know.
My name is Rey Mysterio. I was teaming with Humberto, and we faced Angel Garza and Andrade.
The amount of talent in the ring, man. This on paper sounds amazing. And the match was good, you know, it was very fast-paced, a bunch of stuff happening at the same time in the ring. Just got a new patron. I was surprised that Rey Mysterio and Humberto Carrillo won. The rumored match is a fatal 4-way match for the United States Championship at WrestleMania, and honestly, people, I would love to see that. The only thing that kinda gets me worried is that this match would probably be in the pre-show. And then we got the segment of the night. Wow, that was great. So we got Beth Phoenix giving an update. But before she gave an update, we got Randy Orton interrupting. So you need to see this, even if it's on YouTube. Make sure to check that whole segment because, you know, words cannot describe it. Randy Orton's tone, the emotion, everything in this promo was great, so I'm not gonna do it any justice. Beth refused to hug Randy. Beth refused to shake hands with Randy. I mean, why? What's the reason? But the whole point of this segment was Randy Orton saying that I care about Edge and your daughters more than you, because he explained how Edge got him out of trouble years ago, and that's the reason why Randy Orton is capable of having a family, living a happy life. So that's what he did to Edge. Edge should not be wrestling, so Randy Orton made that choice for him. He just wants Edge to be with his family, so Randy Orton actually did a very good thing. So we finally got an explanation, people. Randy Orton is a crazy son of a... But that's the point. Randy Orton is so great on the microphone, still very underrated to this day by the WWE fans. Beth Phoenix had none of it. She slapped Randy, not a very good idea by the way, and then she kicked Randy. Randy got mad and he RKO'd Beth Phoenix. What a segment. That's what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I actually said it on my previous Raw review. This stuff is great. This is even more personal right now. If it could be even more personal, somehow it is. Not even the RKO. The stuff that Randy Orton said about Edge's daughters and wife, and I just love that so many bubble-wrapped people are angry over this.
How can you enjoy this? She is a woman.
What kind of example are you showing to our children? A little reminder. It's scripted. That should be enough. All of this, it doesn't matter what's happening in the ring, in segments, doesn't matter at all. It's all scripted. Do you, after every movie, see a scene of something that is horrible? Do you complain as well? I just don't understand the fans, man, in the crowd. All the time they were chanting, RKO, RKO. Are you serious? We all know it's going to happen, probably. But you chanting for that makes this segment worse. In my opinion, at least. You're supposed to sympathize with the women, not with Randy Orton. I mean, I do understand when people are chanting for the bad guys, booing the good guys, it's all good. But in this kind of situation, the whole story is that you're fans of Edge, right? We all like Edge. It's not like we hate Edge and Edge is the bad guy, so good job, Randy. Randy is my favorite superstar of all time, but I would not be chanting RKO. I don't know, man. In my opinion, the crowd didn't really do a good job, but this segment was still unbelievable, so I mean, who cares? So I would give this show probably 7 out of 10. It was pretty good, but I feel like just because we're getting Elimination Chamber, it was kinda messy. Nobody cares about the pay-per-view. Even WWE probably doesn't care about the pay-per-view. So maybe that's the issue, but all in all, it's still pretty good show, so I will give it 7.7. Very specific, I don't know why. Thank you for watching the video, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.